Hi guys, can you hear me? Hi. Hi guys, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Can you all hear me? Can hear my voice or not? Can see my face? Ada cantik-cantik today for you all. Are you there? If you can hear me, can you say yes in the chat column? Okay, I see a lot of you here already. There are Hilda, okay, you are present. Amiratun, and then Muhammad Alif. Aina, Sarah, you are here. Okay. Sharifah, Nura, Biatul. Mama Alif, yes, I'm doing vlogging for you, okay? Chelsea, all right, you're here. Anis, Shazwani. Muhammad Al-Saufian, okay? Faziana, you are present. Alicia, Annabelle, Shaza, Mama Alif Najmi, Bronali, Muhammad Arif Fikri, Muhammad Izzuddin, Muhammad Salihin, okay. Izwan Solihin, Nurul Liza, Kuzairi, you're present. Oliver, okay. Mama Hanif, Nur Shazwani. All right, so you can hear me now. As you already seen, I assume you already seen my slides on chapter 4. You have learned on the market segmentation. And what is important in this particular chapter 4 is that you need to remember you are actually looking at people and you are dividing people according to this group, which you have the segmentation basis using some strategy, and then you also learn on positioning, which how you put the brands or the product itself in the mind of the customers. So there are two things here: the people itself, by looking at how you subsection them into this particular segments, and also the the thinking of how people would actually remember the products, okay, in their mind. So now I open the questions to all of you on which part of the chapter that you don't really understand or you need some further explanation from me. So I'm looking at the chat. If you don't have any question, then I have nothing to explain. So you better ask me question, okay? Okay, yes, I think a lot of yes here because you can hear me just now. So any questions that you wanted to know about chapter 4? You don't leave me crick here, okay? Have you watched my slide or not? Hmm? Okay, I think you say yes because no Shazwani, you have watched my slides. Good already, Oliver. So you understand everything, is it? You don't need any further explanation? Do you understand the whole thing in chapter 4? Okay, a very good question from Amiratun Adlina. What's the difference between basis for segmenting? Basis for segmenting basis? I think it's basis for segmentation, right? And also positioning basis. Okay, now segmenting basis or segmentation basis is basically looking at what are the criteria that you want to group people Okay, so segmentation here is about people, while when you talk about positioning basis, you're talking about how you want to actually categorize or make your product remembered by the customer. So when you talk about segmentation basis, is the criteria or the 5 things, right, that you can actually group people together. How you group people together using these 5 segmentation bases. While the positioning bases, there are 7 of them. Those 7 bases of positioning is actually how you want people to remember your product. So positioning basis is about product, while segmentation basis is about how you group people. So it's about people. All right. Next question. I hope I answer your question, yeah, Amiratun. Usually, yes, students get confused about this, and they normally answer them for position basis, then you give me a segmentation basis. So that is actually wrong lah. So just remember, segmentation basis, there are 5 of them, while positioning basis, there are 7 of them. Okay. All right, good. Next question. Muhammad Al Sofyan, why you say hopefully? Okay, Muhammad Salihin, Miss, can you explain on the benefits of segmentation? You don't really understand about it. Okay, now benefit segmentation is when you are segmenting the market. Remember, market is people, yeah? So you are segmenting these people based on the benefits that they wanted to get from the product. Okay, so let me go back a little bit on the slide itself. Okay, so benefit segmentation, you can actually segment it based on either using the first variable, which is occasion. The second variable is the benefits that they sought or the benefit that they look for when they buy things. Now, when you talk about benefit segmentation based on the occasion, yeah, occasion is when you divide market into segments according to the occasion when buyers either get the idea to buy, they actually make the purchase and actually use the product that they purchase. So occasion is normally because of the festive seasons or because of certain celebration. Now, for example, there are cakes. There are a lot of cakes, right? So there are birthday cakes. So there are cakes for Hari Raya cakes, or they have Christmas cakes, right? So each and every cakes have different decoration. So for Christmas cakes, for example, they normally put all the Christmas theme on that particular cake. So that is actually the benefit that people want to get. Okay, let's say your birthday falls on a Christmas day. Okay, on the 25th of December. So when you want to buy a birthday cake for yourself, it's supposed to be a birthday cake that looks like it's for a birthday. All right, not you don't give people with the Christmas trees and everything to celebrate birthday. So here the segmentation based on the benefit means that what do you want to get from that particular occasion that you are undergoing or you will be celebrating. Another example is during festive season, like I told you, Hari Raya. In the example in the slides that I've given to you is a Hari Raya occasion, right? So during Hari Raya, people already get the idea to buy things before Hari Raya itself. So that is when you talk about the getting the idea to buy. So let's say now it's still April. So we have about another 1 month plus before Hari Raya, but you already get the idea of okay, for Hari Raya later on, we should actually buy new clothes, right? And then your mom perhaps might be thinking of baking some cakes or biscuits, all right? So that is when you get the idea actually, okay, soon is Hari Raya, so these are the things that we should actually buy. And then when do they actually make the purchase to buy it? So it's not like really now, because of course now it's actually still MCO, but still later on, perhaps in the middle of Ramadan month, then you start to think of, okay, we should actually buy it now and start to bake the cookies or send your baju to tailor and etc. Okay, and then when you start to purchase or start to use it, it's actually during Hari Raya itself. So that is the first benefit on occasion itself. Now, the second benefit segmentation variable is the benefit sort. The benefit sort is when you actually divide the market into segment according to the different benefits that people will or customer will seek from the product itself. Like the example I've given to you, sport shoes for the athletes and also sport shoes for the health conscious people. Okay, so when you are a runner, for example, or you are the footballer, can you name me some of the famous footballers or very good footballer player? Guys, do you know footballer players or not? Can you give me some names? I'm waiting at your chat there. Because let's say this footballer, he's the athlete. So an athlete, Mama Alif, you know Kai Baha don't play football, okay? Yes, Mama Alif Najmi, Safi Salih. Safi Salih, is that his name? I thought Safri something, not Safi, right? Okay, Ronaldo, for example. Okay, so either Ronaldo or Safri. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, so when he wanted to buy a football boot, for example, because he's an athlete, right? And he's a well-known football player. When he wanted to buy a football boot, he will look for the benefit that that particular boot will allow him to, let's say, run faster, okay, have a better balancing when he runs in the field, all right, and make him win and score the goal, for example. So that the benefit is that much more on the function of that particular shoes that allow him to be performing better or becoming a better player. Yeah, I see a lot of names there. Messi, Suarez, Paul Pogba. Yes. So that is for an athlete when he want to buy the sport shoes. Okay. When you talk about just you, for example, you don't really an athlete. You're not really an athlete, or you don't really play to win. Okay. What you want to have is actually just for you to exercise. Okay, the sport shoes for you to or for comfortability alone. All right. So when you go to class, you wear your Adidas shoes, your Nike shoes. Okay, you will not look at how that particular shoes can make you walk faster or run faster or jump higher or better balancing and so on. All right. But rather, when you buy the sport shoes, you will just look at like Skechers, for example. It is so comfortable, right? So what you'll be looking for, the benefit that you are looking for from that particular shoes that you are buying is just to give you comfort, to give you some feeling comfortable the whole day when you wear the shoes. So that is the benefit segmentation based on the benefit that you look for when you want to buy things. So people buy things for different purposes. Okay, why you buy Adidas, not Bata, for example? So the benefit that you look for is that because of the brand. So you want to show people, well, I have Adidas, don't wear Bata, right? Or sometimes when you buy things, for example, a car. Now, what makes people buy a Ferrari? What makes people buy a Range Rover? Or what makes people buy Toyota, for example? Okay, so it is about what are the benefits that people look for you. If you, let's say, you want a fast car, so perhaps you might think of buying Ferrari. So if you want a kancil they don't sell anymore, yeah, Mama Alif Romzi. They stopped producing kancil already. So if you want an economy car, for example, like Myvi, so you are looking at the benefit of having a compact car, economic and fuel efficiency is important in buying that particular product. So the benefit that you're looking for is actually that element, right? Next, Miss, can you explain more about big five personality traits? Amiratun. Okay, before we go to that particular part, there's another question here. How does climate affect the market segmentation under geographic segmentation? Yes, we go for the segmentation first. Yeah, on this particular area, how climate affect market segmentation? Now, if let's say talking about an international company, they sell things in all the countries, where each and every countries may have different seasons, different climates. All right. So as you know, winter in China is not the same month as winter in US. Okay. So when you are selling the products and you are segmenting these particular countries as the place that you want to export your product to, so you have to take consideration of that particular climate. A very good example is that cars that are sold in Malaysia, especially imported cars. Yeah. Now, when you want to buy a car, I mean, when you drive in Malaysia, for example, now there are also some countries that they have left-hand side driver or right-hand side driver. Okay, so in Malaysia, we have the right-hand side driver. So when you want to export the car to Malaysia, you must make sure that the driver's seat is on the right side of the car. Okay, so under geographic segmentation, that is when you look at geographically in that particular country, or the road system in that particular country is important for you to know whether do you need to produce a car on the right hand side driver or on the left hand side driver. Okay, so climate. So you know that there are some countries whereby there are snow, winter. There are 4 seasons countries that they have winter as well in their country. So when you want to export this particular car to those countries, you have to make sure that there is this what they call element of heater in the car, right? The car heater, so that when you feel cold during the winter and you're driving, you don't want air conditioner, you don't want aircon, so you want a heater. So that's why when you are exporting your car to this kind of country that have 4 seasons, you have to make sure that you put an element or you create a marketing mix to suit this particular location. Especially looking at the climate itself. So you must put the heater, okay, and then there should be also the wiper that can actually wipe the snow, all right, and then the car tires that can actually be operative during the winter when the road is covered with winter or snow. Okay, next. I hope that answers the question, Nur Shazwani. Now, I want to explain on the big 5 personality traits. When you talk about this particular big 5 personality traits, we are talking about how you wanted to segment the market based on their personality. I think previously also I have mentioned to you like how people like to consume their products or the things that they wanted to buy. Now, these big 5 personality traits, all right, these are the what they call researchers. They have done this particular research and they find out that there are 5 types of people which can be seen as in terms of their openness to experience, their conscientiousness, their extraversion, the agreeableness, and also neuroticism. Now, there are some people who typically there are an introvert people and extrovert people. So the marketers, when they wanted to sell a product to an introvert, for example, so you know that introvert people, they don't like to meet other people, They like to be alone. They don't like to mingle around. They don't like to socializing with other people. So an introvert products are different from an extrovert. So these extrovert people, they are outgoing, they are adventurous, they like to meet other people, they like to socializing and so on. All right. So for an extrovert, all right, so for an extrovert, there are these people who would love to go outside the home. So there are many marketing mixes that can be acquired, okay, or that can be enjoyed by these extrovert people. For example, they would like to watch movie in the cinema, and when they want to eat outside, they would love to eat with a large number of people or group of people, right? While this introvert, they don't want to watch a movie in the cinema. So that is when Astro on demand, okay, Astro First, iFlix and Netflix comes into their products that they would like to get compared to going out for a cinema to watch the movie with friends. Okay, so they would prefer to sit in their own room, okay, or in their own house and watch the movie alone rather than being together with a lot of people. So this kind of personality can be given different types of products or prepared different types of marketing mixes for them. All right. So when you talk about an inventive or curious people, so there are things that they would like to go about. They like to explore things. So for example, a travel agency, if they are providing this particular service, yeah, to go for a tour. So an inventive or curious people would love to see in their itinerary the section whereby it is what they call it, free and easy kind of thing, so that at this particular moment for free and easy they can explore by themselves. But rather those people who are very cautious or consistent, they don't like to see free and easy because they are not adventurous enough or not confident if they wanted to actually go by themselves. So they would actually rather go according to what the tourist or tour agent have prepared for them. All right. So that is when you talk about the openness and also the experience. Okay. Same goes to the consciences. Either that person is organized or easygoing kind of people. So an organized people, that's why they will always like to buy boxes where they can put actually things in order. All right. Or they will like to have an organizer, you know, like a planner kind of thing. So that person must have that thing. But an easygoing people or a careless people, careless does not mean careless cuai. Careless means they don't really bother things. They like to do things spontaneously. They don't like to plan things. So this kind of people, they will not need a planner. All right. So what they do is that, do you have plan today? No. What do you want to do? Let's go. Just do it. All right. So this kind of people are easygoing. All right. So there are what they call it, marketing mix or products that are for this kind of people, especially those people that never plan things. So they want to go for a travel, for example, they just buy flights at any time. You say, okay, I want to travel tomorrow, so you just buy the ticket today. All right. So then these are this kind of people who are easygoing and careless. All right. And so same goes to extraversion, either outgoing or energetic. I think I explained it already about this personality. Did I answer your question, Amiratun? Next, how does climate? Okay, the one is done. What are the audience segments needs? What are the audience segments needs? I don't really understand your question, Sofian. Can you actually ask again? Mama Ali, before you buy a car, you need to play doctor driving game. Okay, can you explain further on concentrated marketing and what makes it different from the other strategies? Okay, Sofian, can you rephrase again your question so that I'm able to understand that? I answered the question from Nur Shazwani first. Concentrated marketing. Okay, that's a very good question. So this is a strategy in selecting the target market. Now, when you do concentrated marketing, you are really focusing on a certain segment or one segment. Okay, a very good example of this concentrated marketing is Starbucks. I think I've given you the example in the slides also on Starbucks. Now, what Starbucks do is that they have their segment, which is they are targeting people who love to drink coffee. Okay, so I mean, like in the whole world, not everybody drinks coffee, right? But there are large number of people or small number of people, but then they consume coffee frequently, okay? And they always demand for this kind of drinks. So what happened is that Starbucks, they only sell coffee. Of course, they have some other products like tea, chocolate drinks, and some cakes and also juices. But their main products that they offer to the customers are the coffee. Although they only sell coffee, but they have many types of coffee and different beans and also the origins of the coffee beans. All right, that makes people have that particular varieties. All right, to buy things. So they are concentrating. They are focusing on people who love to drink coffee. Then you drink Starbucks. Okay, so at Starbucks, they understand what type of coffee that people want to drink. Okay, like if you go to Mama, for example, you cannot say, Mama, I want cold brew satu, or you cannot say, Mama, I want mocha satu. Mama will think, huh, mocha, what's that? Why you want to have cold brew? I don't have cold brew. You want to copy only. That is what Mama will tell you, isn't it? But if you go to Starbucks, you say, kopi satu, then they will not be able to serve you what coffee you want. Then they will start to ask, you want a latte, do you want a mochianto, or you want a mocha, or you want a frappuccino, or whatever other drinks that you can have in that particular Starbucks that they offer to you. So there are many coffee that they can offer, right? And they really understand. If you say, if you do not know, let's say first time you wanted to order from Starbucks and you do not know what to order, then you can just tell them, I'm not sure about what I want, but I don't really want something that is so strong, but I want something that is light. So then the barista at Starbucks might as well suggest you to get some latte, because latte is the main thing is in latte is the milk, not the coffee. Okay, but if you think you want something that is very strong, say I want a very kopi kau satu. You cannot order kopi kau satu dekat Starbucks, alright? So you might as well, they might as well suggest to you, if you want a kopi yang kau, then you might get an espresso. Right? They really understand how people want to drink their coffee, whether you want to make it really cow, okay, which is a very strong coffee, or just a light coffee. All right? Did I answer your question, Shazwani? So that is when you really concentrated on that particular segment, yeah? Other example, like other than Starbucks, is Levi's. Levi's, they sells denims, right? So they have the main products that they sell is the jeans, okay, the denim jeans. But they don't only have one jeans; they have many types of jeans. The boot cut, straight cut, skinny cut, whatever cut that they have, high waist, low waist, middle waist, and so on, and different colors. All right, that you can get at Levi's. So the things that they are really concerned is about the quality of their product, the jeans. Okay, the main things that they sell is actually the jeans. All right. Okay, Mama Sophia, and how do we approach the audience better? Like, how do we understand them in order to perform a better strategy? Now, when you are doing a segmentation, right, you will be needing, if you look at the steps, steps in segmentation, you really need to understand your customers first, or the market first. That's why the steps in segmenting market shows that you need to select a market or a product category first for you to study. Then you start to create product for them. You don't actually create product first and then you get them to buy your product. No. Remember, in marketing, it comes from the needs and wants of the customer. So you produce what customer would like to have. Right now. So by understanding your consumer behavior that you have learned in chapter 3, okay, there are many variables or many factors that affects them to buy things, isn't it? And understanding them is basically by looking at their patterns, okay, or even you can do a questionnaires, right? To ask them what type of interest or what are their lifestyle, what do they like to do, okay? So by looking at those things, then you'll be able to actually create a product category, or thinking of a new product that might be able to satisfy these particular needs and wants, all right? Then you create the marketing mix for them. Did I answer your question also, Fian? Amiratun, other than Starbucks, is it Baskin-Robbins? Yes, correct. Baskin-Robbins also have this strategy because they concentrated on those people who love to eat ice cream. But they don't only sell only one ice cream, but they have many types of ice creams. All right. Also, Fian, did I answer your question just now? Yes, okay. So in order for you to understand your audience, you have to get to know them. All right. That is why the marketing what they call it, the database of your customers is important. As you know that normally when you buy things, right, they will ask you to fill in some form or become a member. When you become a member, they are able to get to know you better by filling in what is your, where is your location, what is your occupation, what will be your income, what is your hobby or your interest, all right? So by looking at those particular answers, they can actually predict on what are the things that you actually like and which and you are falling into which segment of their product. Okay? Any other questions? Yes. Thank you. All right. Any other question, class? Do you understand the positioning basis? Do you need me to expand on the positioning basis or not? Hail day? No means what? You know you don't understand or no question, no further questions? Okay. So everything is okay? All right, this question from Janalyn. All right, Miss can explain more on the repositioning in the positioning strategies. Okay, that's a very good question. I was about to ask just now because you were so confident, say no question, you understand everything. So I wanted to ask what is repositioning. Then somebody asked, what is repositioning in the positioning strategy? Now, as you know, positioning strategies is when you wanted to make sure people remember your brand and putting your brand in the mind of the customers, right? So repositioning is when you want to change the consumer's perception of a brand in relation to the competing brand. So repositioning strategy is basically done when people have positioned wrongly in their mind, or you wanted to change. Previously it was positioned that way, now you want to change it to something else. All right, like the strategy that Coca-Cola did for their Diet Coke. Okay, like in the example I've given to you in the slide is also on Coca-Cola, whereby now when normally you drink Coke, so typically, people will want to drink Coke during the in the middle of the day when it's so hot and you feel like drinking something that is so refreshing. So you want to have Coke in the afternoon or when you eat with your McDonald's Happy Meals or Big Mac, okay, and so on. So that is when people think of Coca-Cola. But Coca-Cola wanted to reposition by saying that we don't want people to drink Coke only in the middle of the day or towards the end of the day, but we want people to drink Coke at any time, okay, every day, so that they can sell more Coca-Cola. Yeah. So what happened is that they wanted to make sure people also drink Coke in the morning. Okay, so repositioning it to a morning drink, okay, is when Coca-Cola start to put like in the advertisement in the slides I've given to you, in a cup of coffee. Okay, so that is when Coca-Cola makes people think that you don't need to drink coffee, you don't need to drink tea in the morning, but rather you should drink Coca-Cola. Okay, and it works. Yeah, it really works. That is when a lot of people, especially in the United States, they drink Coca-Cola in the morning. So instead of asking, do you want coffee or tea, they will say, I want Coke. All right, so that is when you reposition from, let's say, drinking it just during the in the middle of the day or later in the day, but rather making people wanted to drink your Coca-Cola in the morning. Okay, another example is like when previously it was wrongly positioned. Okay, now you want to change that by repositioning it to show that your product is actually supposedly, like when you see in the mapping, right, the positioning map, right? If let's say it was at the wrong side, you want it to be at the different side of it, then you do repositioning. A good example is that Proton cars. Okay, so previously, when you heard of Proton car, what do you think of the quality of Proton cars? Can you answer me? What do you think of Proton cars? The quality of Proton car? Oh, that is a very decent answer, Izudin. Decent. Okay. So, yeah, some people, yeah, you are like, some people say it's bad, some say boleh lah, okay lah, decent lah, right? So, what happened is that Proton don't want people to think like that anymore. Okay, Proton reposition their brand in the customer's mind by doing what they call it, the collaboration. Okay, they do joint venture with Lexus, all right, to create a very good Proton engine, all right, for the Proton car. All right, so that is when the latest version of Proton cars, they are very quite good. Okay, the quality are quite good in terms of the engine, lah. Right, and they are, yes, of course, affordable. But then now people may not think that Proton is actually a bad car or poor quality cars. Okay, like the new Privé, the new Proton Perdana, those are a very good car, right? High quality and as good as, of course, you cannot compete with BMW lah, Muhammad Alif, right? So it is maybe good as like Honda and also Toyota cars, all right? Because after all, Lexus is actually one of the subsidiaries of Toyota. All right. So it is actually at that particular level, no longer at a very low level of quality. Okay. So that is when Proton able to reposition their brand to a higher level of quality. Okay. Can you understand repositioning now, Janalyn? That means they improve their product, Kamis. Yes, they improve their product, but sometimes it is not just improving the product. Okay, it is just by making people see it from different perspective. Another good example of repositioning is the Ladies' Choice mayonnaise. Okay, if you ever watched the advertisement before this, now when you think of mayonnaise, normally it is just for sandwich. Okay, you will put in sandwich and then you eat it with the sandwich. That's it. But then, Ladies' Choice mayonnaise, they reposition the use of that particular product, not only just to be consumed with the sandwich that you are eating, but now mayonnaise can be also eaten with many other food. For example, you eat mayonnaise with the fries. Okay, you also make your omelets with mayonnaise. You also eat your mayonnaise, your chucho with mayonnaise. Okay. What else do you eat with mayonnaise? All right. So that is just simply by putting it to another use. All right. Putting it to another use, making people see things from different perspective and not only just for that one purpose. So repositioning also can happen by not improvising anything on the product, okay, or changing anything on the product, but rather just by making people think of how it actually can be used in another way. So that's the Coca-Cola just now. They don't really improvise on anything on their Diet Coke or their Coca-Cola. It's just by making people see it from different perspective and making people believe it is actually something different can be done with that particular product. Right? Amiratan, clear, yeah? No, Shazwani, next. What's the main differences between social class and lifestyle for psychographic? Okay, let me see that psychographic. Okay, in psychographic segmentation, there are what they call it. How many? Two, right? Yes. One is social class, another one is lifestyle. Now, social class, it is related to the wealth and also social status of people. This is when, let's say, you're talking about a Rolex watch, for example, yeah, Rolex watch. Now, Rolex, they are segmenting based on the psychographic, which is in terms of the social class, which is a higher or upper level. Okay, so when people buy Rolex, okay, it shows that there are in certain social status, yeah, high level, all right, they are very wealthy. Orang kaya lah pakai Rolex ni, all right. While when you talk about lifestyle, okay, lifestyle, when you want to buy watch, for example, and you really like to go for a run or you go for hiking, you like to play golf, so you may not want to buy Rolex to show your social class or upper social class, but rather because of the lifestyle, you might want to get a Garmin watch or a smart watch like iWatch, okay, the Apple iWatch, to actually have that data or information that can help you with your day-to-day lifestyle. All right, so buying a watch, now you have what they call it, the thing, Rolex to show the social class, but you buy a Garmin or iWatch. What is that? What work is it? Alif, is that the brand of a watch? Okay, so you buy that is to show that your kind of lifestyle that you are doing. Okay, so it is related to social class is related to the way how people see these people. All right, where other people see you, for example. So if you are in that particular higher level, then you might think of, let's say, takkanlah CEO of Petronas guna kancil, right? Not okay. So to maintain that particular social class, a CEO at Petronas, then he might want to use a very good or nice cars. All right, they will not allow him to actually go and use kancil because of his social class. All right. For the lifestyle, just now we are talking about just what you like to do. So even a CEO of Petronas, for example, he might have a social class of that particular level, but in terms of his lifestyle, he perhaps likes to play golf. So when he play golf, he will not wear his Rolex watch, so he might change and wear his Garmin watch, all right, for his golf kind of activities, all right. So social class depends more on their wealth, but lifestyle is more on their daily activities. Yes, correct. Okay. Okay, so a rag is a watch, Alif. Later I'll Google that particular watch. Maybe it's as good as Rolex as well, isn't it? Okay. Any more questions? Shazani, okay, thank you. You're welcome. Clear, Emiratun, all right. Okay, all right, so it's almost 12 o'clock. I will not take a lot of your data. I know your data is so precious to you. So later on, I'll post to you the, what they call it, the QR code again to your WhatsApp group. And then your quizzes, I have seen that, I think some of you did not answer quiz 1, but never mind. Actually, there are some changes in your assessment. Yeah, I will also share you the slide later on in your WhatsApp group on the latest assessment, and I will let you know the deadlines as well. All right. So if you don't have any questions, then thank you guys for listening and watching me until the end. Don't forget to subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.